Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping straight into a truly mind-bending journey into the mathematical fabric of reality itself. To make this easy to visualize, we're going to follow a claymation-style story of a young guy who completely changed his life using a secret that's basically been hiding in plain sight. We're talking about a code so ancient and powerful, it's baked right into sacred geometry and was an absolute obsession for one of the greatest scientific geniuses to ever live.
Okay, let's dive into this with a famous quote from the man who literally lit up our world, Nikola Tesla. He once said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe." I mean, just think about that for a second. The guy who gave us alternating current, remote controls, and the foundation for wireless technology didn't just see numbers as boring math. He saw them as living, vibrating frequencies. And he firmly believed these 3 specific digits were a divine code running the entire show behind the scenes of reality. So, to see how this cosmic hack actually plays out in real life, let's meet our claymation protagonist, 19-year-old Tomas. Now, Tomas feels totally stuck. His life feels heavy, uninspired, and he's basically walking through his days in permanent slow motion. He desperately wants a change and needs to get out of this rut, but he just kind of doesn't know how to shift the momentum. That is, until he stumbles onto Tesla's secret method and decides, you know what, I'm going to use this to manifest a completely brand new version of myself.
The contrast between these two is actually kind of hilarious. On one hand, you have Thomas and his heavy, sluggish, claymation reality, and on the other, you have Tesla's hyper-focused and honestly borderline obsessive dedication to these specific numbers. Tesla would literally walk around a building 3 times before going inside. He'd wash his dishes with exactly 18 napkins, just because 18 is divisible by 3. And wild enough, he even spent his final days in hotel room 3327, which, you guessed it, is divisible by 3. Thomas decides he needs exactly this level of unwavering dedication if he's going to totally transform his life. Step 1. The 3 goals. Setting your targets. So Tomas sits down at his desk and picks 3 specific goals, but he writes them down as what we call ask-formations. Basically, he phrases them as questions, assuming the magic has already happened. He writes, how did I get so flexible and ripped so quickly? Then, how did I become such a winner, and where did all this money I have come from? And how did I receive it so quickly? And finally, how do I make people so comfortable with me, and why am I a breath of fresh air to everyone who sees and talks to me? They're specific, a little humorous, but incredibly powerful because they trick the brain into thinking this new reality is already a fact.
Now, you might be wondering, why does writing this down even work? Well, check this out. 99.9% of an atom is actually just invisible, empty space. That means 99.9% of all physical matter around us is just moldable energy in the quantum realm. By putting his exact intentions on paper, Toma isn't just doodling. He's consciously grabbing that energy in the quantum realm and interacting with that invisible field to literally write his new reality at the atomic level. It's a real game changer.
Step 2. 6 daily reminders. This is all about maintaining that focus. Tomas knows that frequency is the absolute secret to making things real in the physical world. So, to harness this, he sets his phone to buzz exactly 6 times a day. Every single time that alarm goes off, no matter what he's doing, he stops everything. He pulls out his 3 goals and reviews them. He's totally mirroring Tesla's dedication to numbers divisible by 3, ensuring he constantly interrupts his old slow-motion habits with these new, powerful intentions. And this brilliantly illustrates why the number 6 is so important. It's deeply embedded into the very fabric of time itself. Just look at this timeline. A day has 24 hours, right? Well, 2 plus 4 equals 6. An hour has 60 minutes, 6 plus 0 is 6. A minute has 60 seconds, and again, 6 plus 0 is 6. The whole concept of time continuously loops right back to the number 6. By repeating his goals 6 times a day, Thomas is perfectly syncing his own personal frequency with the natural rhythm of time. Steps 3 and 4. Quantum joy and the 9-second rule. To really grasp this next step, we have to talk about vortex math. Imagine a doubling sequence starting with 1. 1 doubles to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. Now 8 doubled is 16, and if you add those digits, 1 plus 6, you get 7. Double 16, you get 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. Double 32, you get 64, and 6 plus 4 is 10, which reduces back to 1. This continuous loop, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, shows how physical energy moves in our 3-dimensional world. But do you notice what's completely missing from this sequence? Yep. The numbers 3, 6, and 9 are left out entirely. No way, right? The reason they're left out is that they actually exist outside the physical loop. The numbers 3, 6, and 9 form a sort of vortex or flux field in a higher dimension that essentially guides the physical world. So, whenever Thomas's alarm goes off, he uses the 9-second rule. He closes his eyes and spends exactly 9 seconds deep in thought about each goal. Sometimes he even repeats each one 3 times in a row, fully tapping into that higher dimensional energy.
Which brings us to a crucial point, perfectly summarized by another famous Tesla quote: "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." You see, Tomas knows he can't just passively read his goals for 9 seconds and call it a day. He actually has to physically embody them. He has to become the vibration. So when Thomas asks his first affirmation, "How did I get so ripped?" he literally squeezes his claymation muscles. He feels the physical excitement in his body for those 9 seconds like he's already hit peak fitness. When he thinks about the money, he vividly pictures it flowing right toward him and feels this intense sense of gratitude. And he acts out the sheer joy of being that breath of fresh air, harmonizing his thoughts and feelings directly with his goals. He isn't just wishing, he's creating the vibration from the inside out. Step 5, the 9-day challenge. This is the ultimate commitment where you lock it all in. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it proves a core belief Tesla held. Tesla believed that while 3 and 6 belong to our earthly world, the number 9 was the absolute boss number, controlling space and time. Check out the geometry here. A circle is 360 degrees. 3 plus 6 plus 0 is 9. A triangle's interior angles are 180 degrees. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. A square is 360, which adds up to 9. A pentagon is 540, adding up to 9. Number 9 is literally the mathematical boss, dictating the geometry of space itself. On top of that, no matter how many times you divide a circle in half or multiply any number by 9, the digital root always stubbornly returns to 9. It's wild. It represents both everything and nothingness at the same time. It amplifies, but it doesn't interfere. It's the singularity and infinity all wrapped into one. By committing to this routine for exactly 9 days in a row without skipping, Tomas is quite literally tapping into the universe's ultimate frequency of completion. So what happened? Well, by the 9th consecutive day of this routine, Thomas's constant focus completely cracked the code. Just like a circle always leads back to the number 9, his intense focus led him straight into a new reality. Tangible, physical results actually started showing up. He noticed he was naturally making much better food choices. A surprise check literally arrived in the mail, answering his question about wealth, and his friends even started telling him he had a new vibe, proving he really had become that breath of fresh air. The 19-year-old guy who felt hopelessly stuck in slow motion managed to harness the very architecture of the cosmos to completely rewrite his life. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought. The energy is always out there, just waiting for us in the quantum field. By aligning your thoughts, your frequency, and your vibrations with the divine mechanics of reality, are you ready to try the 369 method yourself? It might just be the exact key you've been looking for. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.